Within 1 second, I should be able to emerge whichever form I like. This practice is spiritual sustenance from Baba. Each form has its own experience and also attainment. Whenever intellect has lot of thoughts or mind, immediately create your eternal form. I am a point of light. Above the matter of body and all elements. I am in my seed form, a peaceful soul, loveful soul. Mind and intellect are in silence. There is no influence of past or of future. In this eternal form, I am free, liberated, no bondage. As I create the awareness of my qualities in this eternal form, there is silence, being in this form, I disconnect with the thoughts of the past and thoughts of future. Mind and intellect become pure, clean. I also create awareness of my present Brahmin form. It's a special birth, spiritual birth. God adopts me through Brahma Baba. So it's a pure birth. And in this birth, I have to become worthy and claim inheritance from Baba. And remind myself being child of Baba through remembrance of Baba. I remain merged in Baba's love. Baba is ocean of peace, and I am master ocean of peace. Baba is almighty, so I am master almighty. Baba is ocean of knowledge, and I am master ocean of knowledge. I have to use these divine virtues, God's virtues, and emerge my Adi form, original form. So, this way, from my eternal form, I create my original form, the divine virtues of Golden Age. So I look at Baba, and through Baba's drishti, take all godly virtues and use them and create divine virtues.
Om Shanti and special good evening to everyone. Today is our series 11th day, Confluence-Aged Brahmin, a life of contentment and blessings.
Om Shanti. When I am thinking about contentment in relationship, what I shared yesterday was my own experience. Generally, I like to share what I had been with Baba for 60 years, so how it was to come out of Lokik into a Lokik family, and fortunately, having I had good relationship. 99%, I should say. Cannot say 100% because there might be few souls who are not happy or whatever reason. They might be holding something or some misunderstanding. But from my heart, I have lot of love for everyone. Learned from our daddies about relationship. Daddy Prakashmani used to teach us. Daddy Janki also is very particular. I learned from our own personal senior, Didi Manmohini. So tomorrow, the webinar, Sister Sudesh will talk about Didi Manmohini because we will be celebrating her day on July 28th is her day. So I learned from whatever even they taught us because I came very young, and so they always will tell us, how to interact and what is maryada about words to speak. You cannot just say anything to anyone because it's Brahmin maryada, whether you are talking to brothers or sisters or your even Lokik family. So Didi used to give us lot of directions. And as I was mentioning, that those days, whatever we were told, we always loved it because we thought that they are teaching us. Like today, we cannot say much. And but then I start thinking about that confluence age relationships are really very unique, very different, right? And then I thought, let me start thinking about Brahma Baba, that how Brahma Baba, when he got message, and then he shared the message with the whole Lokik family, and then said to them, whatever you like, whatever you decide. He didn't tell anyone that you have to follow or you have to do it. No, he just said, uh, he gave them like whatever message he is getting. Those days we didn't have like gave course to anyone. Was nothing like course. No? So Baba, Brahma Baba told them the message he is receiving and what he has to do now in his life, and then said, okay, whatever you want, you decide for your life. So, but then it's like, life relationship where there is total purity. Just imagine, because at least, if not like even in parents, children, there will be a lot of love, but then there is attachment, there are expectations, and what parents want for children, what children expect from parents. It's like in every relationship, because of body consciousness, some vices are involved, isn't it? So to have relationship of total purity, which is actually at confluence age, is lot of learning in that. So when many came and they just decided to surrender, stay with Baba, and then there were relationships also. Families came, husband, wife, parents, children, they all came. But how they created this spiritual relationship as souls, relationship as Baba's children. So it's completely different, right? So the values and the virtues which are used as Brahmins in relationship is completely different, like in Lokik, right? And especially they were 300 of them, for 3 to stay, 13 to stay. And I always had been at a center where there are 12, 13, 18 of us, always. Because I am brought up in a very big extended family. So I like family. And I find that family, it's a very good where you can support, you can cooperate, we can do things together. So I always had so many. So Didi will always say to us that always have respect for everyone. You might say respect is only for seniors or older to you, But if you do not respect younger to you, how will they learn what is respect? So it's not you can talk any way you want with younger ones, right? Because that's how they will respond, that's how they will talk. So in Brahmins, generally, whether someone is younger or older or brother or sister, respect is very important. Respect in our words, the way we speak, with all the maryadas. Always, always, especially Didi Manmohini was very much into that how do we, what words we should use for each other. And she will always say that you all are Ganges of knowledge, you all are goddesses or becoming deities. So when you are becoming goddess, you have to give blessings to everyone. You have to give blessing to everyone. You never, never just say anything or criticize anyone. Say things which could be blessing in that person's life. One time, Dadi Janki was so particular. She said, even if you tell someone, oh, you haven't changed, you're not going, I don't think you can ever change because you are not seeing change. And she said, why are you cursing someone? Hmm? You should have good wishes, and your words should always be words of blessing. So that has really deeply gone into me that whatever you have to say to someone, anytime that person remembers mm, from the heart, will say thank you and also give blessing. But if you talk in a way where you just keep reminding person or critical about a person, anyone, even a child, so when that child will think of you, your yoga will not be good because mm, it won't be possible to get good wishes from everyone. Mhm. So, respect and love, definitely love is very important. But then, in Lokik way, when we think of love, some or other, there's always some sorrow in love. So, one new thing which we learned here, which I really enjoyed, because even in Lokik relationship, there is always like conflict and we fight and there is sorrow. Even it's external because there's a lot of attachment there. So one new quality which we all learn, if we really want to support, if we want really to give power to someone or help, is to be detached. Now that detached word was something I think new for all of us. But when before coming to Gyan also, I used to do a lot of bhakti. Every night I will sing prayer for Sri Krishna. I was not in bhakti. I didn't like I could never accept sorrow in the sense of if I am a good person, why I should be sad? Why should there be sorrow? So internally, deeply within, I knew it's because of attachment. One time, Didi Manmohini was talking to a mother. This mother was saying, "Oh, my husband does this, this." She said, "You are suffering because of your attachment. One who does bad should suffer. Why are you suffering?" So, attachment in love creates lot of suffering. So, how to be detached? As soon as internally you know that, let's say, uh, one of your relative or friend, somebody is physically not well, and then you are sad, have tears, and you can't help unless you create that soul conscious relationship. I've experimented with so many that Sakash can only be received by the soul when you don't have attachment. Because attachment is blocking uh, that soul to receive from Baba, because you are in between. So, as much I look at that one as a soul, really, I have experimented so many times. As soon as you look at that one as a soul, the response will come in a positive way, because soul is receiving current, but it's my daughter, my granddaughter, my son, my this, my this. So you can't give power, you can't help that soul to settle karmic accounts. So in your heart, you're not getting detached, that you only, no, you're not selfish, or you're not caring only for yourself, but because you want to help. You can only help, give power, help that soul to settle if you are detached. When I understood that, after that I found, mm, I was in Peace Village last year and some of us were together. So phone was ringing since 3:30 in the morning. Anyway, we didn't pick up, but at 4, they're saying we're calling you because my Lokik brother, older one, he left body. Mm. So I said, let's remember Baba. And of course, then many calls start coming. But same was with Brahma Baba. Quarter to 1, somebody knocked my door, bedroom. I opened, Brahma Baba left body. That time we didn't know awake stage and angelic stage. So I was deeply within, there was so much silence. So next to my room was Baba's room. I just went and sat there, and then I asked them, do I need to inform anyone or call? They said, we will do it. But there was such a deep silence. And like there was a presence of different kind. Same happened when my locking brother. Not I, you know, I was joking. I said I could give certificate to myself because I didn't had a single thought that he left. And it's not that I don't miss him. I do remember him, but then I remember him as an angel now. My all older sisters, mother, everyone. Now I always say, oh, they all are angels. I always feel their presence, but not because of attachment. So there is no sorrow. So connection remains, no, because souls are souls. Now they have playing other part, but they are there. No, they are eternal soul that never dies, right? So we can still have loveful feelings for everyone. So with love, you have to be detached. With Brahma Baba, 20, 30 of them living together for so many years. They came to say goodbye to Baba. Baba, we want to go. Baba said, it's okay. Where are you going? And Baba talked nicely. And they left. It's not Baba had sorrow. And Dadi Janki said, but because Baba had been so loving with them, even after they left, if you ask them, they will only say, oh, I love Baba. Baba really gave us so much. They only sing praise of Baba. But if Baba would have shown distaste and scolded them, you all are not, whatever, nothing, then they wouldn't have that feeling from Baba. That means Baba wouldn't feel that in the sense that, so never, never, anyone who is leaving or left, have good wishes for that soul. Mm. And I know some instruments are very good. One instrument I know and appreciate, that one sister was staying at center. Then she decided to leave because of her own difficulties with Amrit Vela or living together. But instrument, whatever service she was doing, mm, she let her do. And of course, she remained Baba's child. And at this time, she is doing big service. But if she would have said, now you cannot do anything, now you are this, no, you're not Brahmin, no, you're not, we say lot, Sometimes I hear, we don't have to. It's the part. Baba used to say, part is over, they cannot manage, it's all right. So that even if they leave, they have good wishes for you. So what I'm saying, that Brahma Baba being detached, he was very loving. If you are not detached, you cannot be loving all the time. You will say things which people carry with them, will keep them heavy, sad, and when they will think of you, there cannot be, even if they have good wishes, but it won't be practical, no? So one of the special quality mm, is to be detached. And when you are detached, then you are able to sustain, you are able to serve, and feeling of belonging remains. So remember that if you want to cooperate, support, give sakash, power, then one has to be detached. Because even when souls leave body, really there is a fixed time. They have to leave and then they play part. So in relationship of confluence age, most important is to have love and to be lovely, loveful for everyone. Very good, loving, very loving. And that's only possible if you are detached. If you are not detached, then you are hurt, then you will say something, or you will discard them. So I know that one time Dadi Janki said, souls do leave or take spiritual vacation, but always remember you should not become instrument to send anyone back into Kali because of your not being loving, not being compassionate or respectful. Some souls cannot take it and they leave. So when they leave, then you're sending somebody into Kalyug, so that karmic accounts is not good too. So very careful of karmic account at confluence stage, very careful. Because we are settling, we don't want to create any more karmic bondage time. And for that, we have to be loveful. We have to observe everyone has one's own part to play. What can you do? Hmm? If someone has to go on spiritual vacation, or same is like you want everyone in your family to come in Gyan. You want everyone to become Brahmin. Yes, it to have good wishes is all right. But still it's their part, no? And more detached you are, more you can serve them. My experiences, because I was very detached, gradually everyone wants to take knowledge. Everyone wants to come in knowledge. Everyone. But if you keep come, do this, it's like out of attachment. You want them to be Baba's children. That doesn't work. So experiment on that. But I am saying it with 100% experience of many times. You can only serve Lokik or Alokik if we are detached. And it's not in a hard way. It is more like, yes, like with Brahma Baba, with each other. We all belong to one family. So one time, just last, what Dadi Janki said very nicely. She said, we all have attachment. So I said, but Dadi, that's not good, no? She said, when there is purity, it's different. That means even if we have attachment, it's different because of purity. So purity, love, and from purity and love, detachment is very important principle of confluence age relationships. Think about it, and as I said, it's not separation. We always will be together, right? We are physically together, then wherever anyone is, still love is there, right? Many say, oh, I remember my mother. I said, as soon as you remember, create angelic form. That's what I did. My mother, she definitely had a lot of love for me. And everyone thought she won't leave body until I reach in India in October. And I had feeling that I don't want to see her in this kind of body in the end. I want to see her as angel. So she left few days before I arrived because I want to just have this feeling that they all are angels now. They still have a lot of love, which I experience, a lot of care also, but no sorrow. Because Baba doesn't like, one thing Baba doesn't like is crying. No? Anyone who cried, Baba said, I'm still alive. Your husband is still alive. You're not widow. Why are you crying? Because widows cry. This is what Brahma Baba used to say. And it was really, really internally realizing that presence of Baba in our life and tears in the eyes, Baba can't accept it, right? Baba didn't even allow anyone to give Toli who cried. So no sorrow, no tears. It's always deeply within love for Baba. We belong to Baba. So that should be the pure consciousness. So relationship with God at Confluence Age are completely unique. And same is our karmic accounts within Brahmin family. But what we have to do, be loveful, have good wishes, keep settling, and keep moving forward. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. How are you? Don't you feel excited that today we are finishing our center tour in the Americas and the Caribbean? Sister, we have completed every country in the Americas and the Caribbean. We are going to two special places, Queens and Guyana. Did you know that Queens was one of the first original Baba's homes in the United States of America? All the daddies, didis, and senior brothers have visited. Wow, what a great history of the Queen Center. So, let me tell you all about the Guyana Center. Uncle and Auntie were the first Baba's children in the Americas and the Caribbean. We are so lucky. So, let's go to Queens and Guyana.
connected with both the places very much because there was center in Hong Kong, London, and then Guyana. Sisters were invited by one of the religious organization, and Jayanti Ben and Lata Ben, two sisters went, and after 3 months, 6 weeks or so, then I went. I was in London, and center got started, and that's the time Uncle, Auntie, Gayatri's parents came in Gyan, and you all know Sister Gayatri. She's in Queens, and so service was very good, high quality, and because Uncle was in government, and so Dadi Prakashmani came in 1976 to Guyana. And when she came to Guyana, she came via United States of America, through America. When she reached there, she said, "Oh, such a big country, and we don't have any center." I said, "Dadi, who will invite us, or we will go? The visa and everything." And she just like said it as she sowed the seed that we should have center in America. And that is where actually it happened that, yeah, another sister of Gayatri, who is now taking care of helping at the center in Guyana at present, she came to study, got some scholarship, and we both rented a very small apartment, very small apartment. Many of us, when those who have seen that apartment, and now they see Peace Village, they say Baba's Wonderland. And then from their apartment, then after a few years, Brother Ram Prakash always likes to look around for houses. That's his hobby. So he saw this house, very beautiful house, which we have at present in Queens. One thing, whenever like, we bought that. That's why we said one of the original homes. Even same time service started at different places in USA, but the center Baba's home, and it's a very very beautiful house and quite big basement, and that's called Queen Center until now. Their class is still in basement. Now only 20, 30, but we had reached to where 80 used to sit with, though difficult with car park. That's why we came to Harmony House, got this place. So because I started service in Queens, first in Guyana, from Guyana I came and I was in Queens. So that's why we're showing you both, and in the end, we'll show you a little bit more about Guyana. One is you saw the place, but it really has a history. And of course, there must be some benefit. So you will see that there was one big house because Uncle used to say God has to live. If I am, God is my guest, he has to live in bigger house than my house. And he had quite a big house. So we got this big building. Anyway, something happened. So it was completely burned. So we thought it's okay, maybe Baba wants new home. We built new one. And but also then recently some part of the building again got burned. So it has a history. But then it's so interesting that people are so ready to rebuild it, and something very, very unique in that land. And you know that I have so many Kanyas from Guyana with me. And so it's very, very big history there. We will show you a little bit. We thought to honor uncle and auntie, and show you a little bit about first house, second house. And so, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. मीठी मीठी गायत्री बहन,
Sweet, sweet Gayatri Ben,
आपने तो कमाल कर दिया।
you have done a wonder.
इतनी मीठी मीठी बातें खींचवाई है
You have pulled out sweet, sweet words
जो अभी दिल में आता है,
that it comes to the heart
सवाए बाबा के और कुछ है नहीं।
that there is nothing but only Baba.
अभी आप लोग मोहिनी बहन का भी कनाडा में आएंगी, टोरंटो में।
Mohini Ben will be
मेरे
coming
अंकल
to
भाई
Toronto,
का
Canada.
अंकल भाई, अंकल और भाई
My uncle, brother, uncle, brother, uncle
भोग
and
लगेगा।
brothers Bhog will be
उस समय
offered.
बाबा जो सुनाएगा
That time whatever
वो
Baba
मेरे को
shares,
भेजना,
send it to me.
क्योंकि आपका लौकिक परिवार
Your Lokik family
सो अलौकिक परिवार है, अलौकिक है, प्रैक्टिकल अलौकिक है।
is your spiritual family. It is
जो
practically
गीता में भगवान
spiritual.
के 18 अध्याय के
In
पहला
Gita, there
अध्याय
are
और
God's
अंतिम अध्याय
18 chapters, the first chapter and the last chapter.
प्रैक्टिकल गीता भगवान ने जो सुनाया फिर
whatever practically the God of the
ये
Gita has
परिवार
said.
ने जीवन में लाया,
This family has brought
मुझे
it into
खास
their
दशा
lives.
है। प्यारे बाबा ने निमित्त बनाया विदेश सेवा के लिए,
Lovely Baba has made them instrumental
मोहिनी
for
बहन को
foreign
भी निमित्त
service.
बनाया,
Mohini
तो
Ben was
मीरा भी
also
वहाँ
made
पहुंची थी।
instrumental, and Meera also arrived there.
क्या वंडरफुल सेवाएं बाबा ने कराई है।
What wonderful
तो
service Baba
practical
has
proof,
made them do.
अंकल आंटी
That practical proof are Uncle,
सभी
Auntie,
गाल गायत्री,
Savi, Gayatri.
किसका नाम लेके लेवें?
Whose name should I take?
भगवान कहता है दे सह दे के,
God says, forget all body and
सब
bodily
धर्म को भूल मेरे को याद करो।
religions and remember me.
इसने हर एक ने
Each
गुप्त
one,
पुरुषार्थ करके
each one of them has
एक
done
को सहयोग भी
incognito
दिया
effort,
है।
gave cooperation to each other.
भूलना माना सहयोग न देना ऐसे नहीं है,
Forgetting doesn't mean
सहयोग
not
भी
giving
देना है,
cooperation. We should give cooperation,
पर दुनिया रहा डिट्रैक्ट भी रहना है।
but stay detached from the world as
ईगो
well,
अटैचमेंट से फ्री।
free from ego and
तो
attachment.
अंत में क्या है? नष्टो मोह स्मृति स्वरूप।
So what at the end?
वो
We are free
कनाडा
from
में
attachment and
प्यारे
embodiment
भाई
of
से मिलने के लिए
remembrance.
आई थी।
In Canada, I came to see the
इन
lovely
आंखों से
brother.
देखा,
I saw him with these eyes.
नष्टो मोह स्मृति स्वरूप।
He was free from attachment
देखना
and
हो,
embodiment
अनुभव
of
करना
remembrance.
हो,
If you have to see and experience,
तो देखने से प्रेरणा मिलती है, ये मैं भी बन सकता हूँ।
by seeing, I can get inspired that if he
तेरे
can
पास
become,
तो
I can
अंदर में
also
आने
become.
वाले को
He's the one who comes in paths with
मन
honors.
में चिंतन में कोई बात नहीं है।
There are no thoughts in mind or intellect.
जिसके मन में चिंतन में कोई बात नहीं है,
Those who do not have any thoughts in their mind and intellect,
तो उससे पूछेंगे क्या?
ask him, what will you ask?
वंडरफुल है, कहीं भी
He was
मोह
wonderful. There was no attachment anywhere.
नहीं। व्यक्ति में मोह होता है,
If there is any attachment
वैभव में
towards
या
any
मिल्कियत
person,
में,
things,
प्रॉपर्टी में
or property,
अटैचमेंट होती है।
there will be attachment.
उसमें अटैचमेंट दूसरी वो ये मेरा चला न जावे,
This one should not go away.
जिसमें मोह है, तेरा सो मेरा हो जाए, मेरे हाथ न लगा, ऐसी
Those
बीमारी
who
से
have
फ्री है।
attachment say, all yours
बड़ी
is mine,
बीमारी
but do
है।
not touch anything that is
ये
mine.
फ्री होने के
He
लिए
was free from such
हमारे
disease.
परिवार
This
में
is a
कुछ
big disease.
अमेरिका में
This family
रहते
living
हुए,
in
कनाडा में
America,
रहते हुए,
Canada,
कैरेबियन में रहते हुए
Caribbean,
हजारे आत्माओं को प्रेरणा दी है।
has given inspiration to thousands
ओके,
of souls.
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. So beautiful. So it was lovely remembrance of our beloved uncle and auntie. And now we will be seeing our instruments from Queens and Guyana. But before that, I would like to invite Kala Didi to say something about our Queens Center.
Om Shanti. So, Sister Gayatri has kindly asked me to share something on Queen's Center. And as you know, I don't live there now. I'm based in Peace Village, but I think the reason she asked me was that I happened to be that lucky one who was in the right place at the right time with the right people when I came initially to Baba. And so I took birth in that Queen's Center, especially that center Sister Mohini was talking about, that 2-room apartment, Astoria Center is where I came. And I remember very distinctly the image of Baba's picture that really attracted me. And from there, I think within a year, we moved into the Queen's Center that you all saw. And I used to stay there and work from there. And what I remember very clearly was the vibrations and the atmosphere when you open that door of Queen Center, or even the gates of the Queen Center. There's a little gate outdoor, from where you kind of park the car and you come inside. And as soon as you open that gate and enter that gate, you could feel the difference in the vibrations of what's outside of that gate and what's inside of that gate. And so, especially going to work every day, I could really feel the stark difference. And that's one of the things that I appreciate a lot. And I appreciate the fact that it was a small place. It was a very easy to feel Baba, to know that this is Baba's home. I think when we move to bigger places, especially for me, this is true. Moving to Harmony House and moving to Peace Village, it's like it's a big space, and that feeling of closeness, that warmth, Baba's presence, you have to kind of create it, put extra energy into it. But as you saw, even on Zoom, even on the video, you can tell that there are those original feelings, original vibrations, not only in terms of the pictures there, but you could also feel the vibrations and the original, even knowledge pictures. So really, really, true to its name, it's Baba's original place, and will always be there as almost like the parent of all the centers, not only in America, but also in the whole of the region. And the way in which we have all been moving through this journey. One is the journey of the Yagya, but the other is the journey of these places. It's really remarkable, as Mohini Ben was saying, that from where we have come where. So that's one of the things I appreciate, and many, many others, of course, who have been part of that Queen Center. But thank you for giving me the chance to also talk a little bit about my original days, which was, I think actually I'm remembering now that the time that when I came first, it was the time when Guyana Center had been burnt, and Sister Mohini was in Guyana. She was visiting Guyana, so she was not there at that time that I came first. So I came during that time, around 80, 81. So very, very old days, gold days, and beautiful days. And so happy we will repeat those days again next Kalpa. Om Shanti. Thank you, Gayatri Ben.
Sister Madhvi also is the instrument with Sister Gayatri and Julia Ben. Tirmurti there in Queens, lucky place. Om Shanti. Anyone of you want to say a few words, and then Madhvi, you want to say? Madhvi, the lucky one to inherit from us the place.
Yes, Sister Mohini, all I can say is I do feel very fortunate. So it's a big fortune I feel living at Queens at the original Yaga place.
You are in the heart of Yagya, because from this little flame, it spread all over. So many remember that we had little kitchen No, so if you ask many brothers, sisters, and that's where I used to cook, and when they will come, we will give them a good, good lunch, good dinner. Yeah. Anyone else?
Mohini, one thing I can never forget is when I used to come from work, how you used to open the door for me. I never had to ring the bell.
Until I was able to walk, that's I do, because I like everyone to be in, then I sleep.
Yes.
I still have that habit.
Any time of the day I would come, you were there for opening the door.
Okay. Anyone else wants to say anything? Gayatri Ben, Julia Ben.
Go, Julia. Yes, I mean, I love Queen Center. I love the house specifically. It's a beautiful old house, and just the feeling of this being Baba's home, the Yagya, the old original Yagya, and all the seniors having been here. So the vibration is very lovely, and I really relate to what Calaban was saying about coming in from the outside, because I also go to the UN, and then coming home. There's a real feeling of coming into Baba's home in the evening. So it's
okay, thank you. So you Queen is the first one, and today we're showing the last one because we completed all the countries, all the main centers. There, Guyana and Queen. So, yeah, we have to look at the instruments of Guyana. Hello, Usha Ben. Usha Ben, just imagine where you are. You're coming to New York. You are with us. Usha Ben is at present. And I was telling someone, Sister Jayanti landed there and stayed there. Then I stayed there for a few months when first time the house was burnt, and now Usha Ben is staying. There's some significance, right? So this is Gayatri's uncle auntie's home, and we have Baba talked of whole family. So Savi Ben is in Toronto now. Sita Ben is here. We both were together in New York. I still remember. And then Sister Nadira is here. And what about Brother Krishna? Brother Krishna is here. Dadi Janki was talking about whole family. So it's a big part. And Brother Krishna was a little Baba's child. Now he's big, and uncle, auntie, wherever they are in advance party, they inspiring still the whole family to keep Baba very well and take care of Baba. So, Usha Ben, you want to say a few words and then? Yes, Brother Krishna, raise your hand, Sita Ben and Nadira Ben. Nadira Ben, yeah.
So from my side, I just want to say, thank you to Baba. Obviously, I've learned so many different things, and to even understand the history of the
Can you speak near the Kantia?
I said for me, it's very beautiful because I didn't understand even the history of how service started. And so it's really been very, very rich. And I'm really grateful to be at this time. Even under your direct sustenance system, Mohini, that's been a real gift for me. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And so I'm going to, our Toli is the best fruits in the whole world, and that's from Guyana. So that's what we're going to present to you. Beautiful mangoes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's see if we can see it. Mangoes and
especially that round one, we call it sitafal.
Yes, they call it sugar fruit here.
Oh, they are so big and nice.
And we'll eat one just for you.
Flowers, huh? Thank you, thank you.
And a beautiful big mango.
Yeah.
And a huge avocado.
Wow.
And the pineapples are the best in Guyana. Yeah. So each one for you.
Bhumi Ben like that other one, Sitafal. Okay, thank you. Om Shanti. Good night. Chalo. They have very good fruit.
Mm.
So people are tempted to come and have fruits there. When you do inauguration, many will come.
All welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Shaben. And okay, let's remember Baba and say good night. It's little late, but we wanted to complete it today. So, Om Shanti.
धूप में कभी छाँव बनकर, लहरों में कभी नाव बनकर, धूप में कभी छाँव बनकर, लहरों में कभी नाव बनकर, लड़खड़ाए कदम थामा है हाथ, जब लड़खड़ाए कदम थामा है हाथ, मेरे बाबा है साथ, 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 मेरे बाबा है साथ।
Okay, everyone. Om Shanti.
जब भी जाने लगे ये अंधेरा, मेरे संग संग
कुछ और
चले जो
सिखाओ.
सवेरा, जब भी जाने लगे ये अंधेरा, मेरे संग संग चले जो सवेरा, हर लम्हा दीप बन के जले, कांटों पे भी मेरे संग संग चले, अब तो लगता है जन्नत बनी हयात,
ये देखो. Oh,
मेरे बाबा है साथ, मेरे बाबा है साथ, मेरे बाबा है साथ, मेरे बाबा है साथ।
okay. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti. Good night. Good night.